Standing face to face, the charts above with a narrative to save themselves. Chasing high, when all you do is play the part. No room for wasting time. Paper hands up the ladder climb. Weekly flavor pump then die. Exit liquidity, subtle scum, silent buy. Lying to make it fair. Would they even care if I saw through my naivety? This market's burning, yet they just stand there. So calculated, so precise. Stop downplaying my loss. Portfolio down, now we're screaming. Criminals, straight criminals. Lying never felt this good. It's gone way too far. Say it so straight face as I'm burning capital in your hollow floor, but never touch the bags you proudly put on display. Fall down and we're screaming. Criminals, straight criminals. I ain't never felt this good. Portfolio down, now we're screaming. Say something convincing, then sell to me. I ain't never felt so good. Criminals, straight criminals. Criminals, straight criminals. Flashback, repeat the feeling. Margin called by my own regret. Flashback to the both of us. Shots all closed. I think it's best we let it go. Portfolio down, now we're screaming. Lying never felt this good. Portfolio down, now we're screaming. Lying never felt this good. It's gone way too far. Criminals, straight criminals. I ain't never felt this good. Portfolio down, now we're screaming. Say something convincing, then sell to me. I ain't never felt so good. Criminals, straight criminals. Criminals, straight criminals.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where I'm Matt, your Kohrs, and together we might have a show. We're going to do a little bit of live day trading, some futures, some options, and maybe even trading a little bit of our sanity. On top of that, I have to share with you some of the craziness that is going on in the U.S. government right now, some of the hottest tea testimony that we had yesterday from the current AG, Ms. Pam Bondi, some of the most wild things ever. Truly, if I were a writer for a show, a movie, a book, something like that, and I pitched you what happened yesterday, you'd say, Matt, that's unbelievable. There's no way we can let that out for public consumption because it is simply just not believable. And yet, this is our reality. This is our particular version of the simulation. And it is some of the most wild stuff you could possibly imagine. So yeah, I could be spending my time this morning breaking down the nerdy financial aspects of gamma influences and market makers and the setup for future stocks, options, crypto, and all that. But nah, honey. We have a little bit too much drama to get into because it is some of the most insane, buck wild, nutty squirrel shit type of stuff I've seen in a hot minute. So I have to share it with all of you. Of course, I'm going to give you a little bit of a setup with that, and then we'll see if the market actually opens today and we end up ripping it. Maybe we can make a little bit of money. But folks, I do appreciate you joining me on this beautiful Thursday, the 12th. I want to go with. I want to say it's the 12th, if you believe in the Gregorian calendar. I don't want to get ahead of myself and assume you believe in the Gregorian calendar, but if you do, and you believe in the linear nature of time, I'm about 50% sure that it is Thursday, which also means that this is the penultimate. How do you say that? Second to last? Penultimate? Penultimate? Second to last. Second to last. No. Let's see. Is AI going to help me out on this one? Penultimate. P-E-N. Ultimate. Penultimate. The second to last. This is the penultimate show here. Stop using a N. Penultimate. Pen Island. Anyway, second to last, penultimate show here. Your boy is moving. New York City, love it. Gotta move out. I need more space. I am tired living in an apartment that is less than 1,000 square feet. It was fine in college. It was fine post-college. But now that I have a wife and a cat that I care for more than anything in my life, I think specifically for the cat, we all deserve, hey, come here, kitty. She just walked in when we were talking about her. It's time to get a little bit more space. So your boy, and I'm not a good enough trader to afford more space in New York City. So your boy is moving out this weekend. Saturday morning, the moving trucks are coming in. We're packing her up and we're going to be getting a little bit more space. And look at her. She wanted to say hi to you guys. Here she is. What's up, dude? She doesn't know she's moving yet. She doesn't know. You want to sit down? Want to sit on my lap today? Anyway, we're getting a little more space. So we have today's show to celebrate. We have tomorrow's show, and that is going to be it. And then it's going to be a whole new chapter, a whole new us, folks. I am excited. So hopefully the internet is set up there in time. I was fighting with Verizon Fios all day yesterday, but hopefully we can figure that out. And hopefully on top of that, I'm looking at the markets right now. I'm seeing a little bit of green. Well, maybe we can make a little bit of green in our wallet so I can actually afford this move. So we're going to see how it's all going to get going. All right, let me do my job and get you guys ready for the market today. Futures move higher as market weighs economic and earnings news. So right here, SPY slightly, it's halfway in between its closing value and the high value from yesterday. Same thing in the Qs. I'm seeing an uptick in both silver and Bitcoin. And across the board, things, at least on the equity side, are looking pretty decent. So I want to share that with you. In terms of some of the drama going on, GOP-led House rejects Trump's tariffs on Canada. The vote is significant but largely symbolic. Basically, F you to the president and tariffs. And as you're about to see, it's going to get a little bit more complicated. Trump rebuked over Canada tariffs as midterm anxieties grow. House votes to override Trump's Canada tariffs. So you know how we went there for a bit where the tariff news wasn't the biggest news? Well, it's kind of coming back into the current day-to-day zeitgeist of trading and the economy. We're back into the world of tariffs. And even with the world of Supreme Court, it felt like not that long ago, every week we're saying, is the Supreme Court going to decide today? Are they going to decide today? Are they going to decide today? Yes, no, yes, no. And we just kept waiting for it. And now we're kind of back into that cycle of, are they going to be telling us? Tariff collection surged in January with the U.S. collecting more than $30 billion in custom duties. This put the year-to-date tally to $124 billion, up 304% from the same period in 2025. I know this is a complicated and very nuanced issue, but Is anyone really against this? Like, is anyone honestly against? Like, I get it. It was, oh my God, tariffs are going to cause inflation. Folks, inflation is down. What you were taught in your intro economics class did not play out this time. I get it. I get that we were all taught that. I get that mainstream media was screaming that from the mountaintops. We just got inflation data over the past couple months. We're getting more inflation data tomorrow. If you look at true inflation, some arguments are actually we're in a deflationary period, and yet everyone was told that Trump's tariffs would be causing inflation. And maybe it will happen. I can only comment on the data we currently have, and I do trust Trueflation far more than I trust the government data. But I'm just right now, we were told tariffs are going to cause inflation. The current measures of inflation, whether you look at Trueflation or the government, inflation is down. And we're getting an extra $124 billion, an increase of 300% into the pockets of the United States. Folks, did Trump win the trade war? Is it a little too early to call? I know we're maybe just past halftime. Maybe we're in the 6th inning or something like that. But that might be the hot take right now. Jobs report fake. Well, that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with this. But in terms of, I know it might be a little early to call this particular game. I fully understand that. But folks, did Trump win the trade war? Did we get the Olympic gold in the trade war? Like I said, the game's not necessarily over, but we're going to be finding out pretty soon. What is this? Minnesota AG Keith Ellison testifies before Senate panel on oversight. What is this one for? What is this one? Can anyone...
multiple videos.
What is this for?
All of us to see with our own.
What is this one for? Minnesota AG Keith Ellison testifies before Senate panel at oversight hearing. Is this for the Minnesota fraud? Is this for the whole Leering centers? Can anyone give me a breakdown of what this one's for? Because if it's interesting, we might come back to it. And while you're doing that, I do have it playing. But I just want you to know, Supreme Court, tariffs, legal, illegal. But other hot topic items right now. Pentagon prepares second aircraft carrier to deploy to the Middle East. Tensions maybe are getting worse. It depends on what news publication you consume. Certain ones are saying, yes, the situation, especially with Iran and how Israel is thinking about it, it's getting worse. But then some of the news yesterday is actually, no, Trump is going out of his way to say he just wants like peaceful discussions to get to the solution here. So just understand that there is, at least in the Middle East, some movement going on. Even midday yesterday, it was around like 1 or 2. There was a random hit to the market that was bought right back up and had to relate to basically Trump telling Netanyahu, nah, we're not going to do what you want us to do. I'm going to handle it this way. So another thing to consider. Hottest news that I find to be the most insane update we've had in a while. At first, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this meme's not going to make sense. But in the next 5 minutes, you're going to completely understand why this is hilarious. F them kids. The Dow's 50K Air Jordan. Like I said, if you know what happened yesterday, this is hilarious. If you don't know, you're not going to understand for a few more seconds. Best I can do is Dow over 50,000. Pam, satanic pedophiles are eating children. You know, little pawn shard. Dude, the memes from this are absolutely phenomenal. Here's what I'm talking about. Pam Bondi, the AG of the U.S., a clear member of the Trump administration. Bondi says DOJ has pending investigations related to Easting. Maybe, because I know that's what, once again, mainstream media is saying. But these are some of the clips from the testimony yesterday. And you're going to notice with each successive video I'm showing you here, it's just going to get crazier and crazier and crazier. So let's just sit back, relax. And I want you to understand, this is not AI. This is not doctored. This is not some far off fictitious dimension in a parallel universe. This happened in the United States of America yesterday, February the 11th, in our reality, our version of the simulation. This is real, and it is gonna knock your socks off.
Respond, and then the gentleman can move to his next question.
It's my time.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question.
You can give
Within
me-
40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a
4,700,
co-conspirator.
and we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get. You're a failed politician.
Gentlemen,
You need to
I
get
want you to
on
watch
this
the
matter.
video.
Mr. Chairman, please restore his time and remind the witness of the rules
There
here.
is no credible information.
I just love it. Honestly, watching this all back now for the 12th time, it's that much more funny. And we're kind of coming out of the gate decent. Like I said, each one's going to get better. So this one, you have Trump derangement system. You're a failed politician. This is now going to go down in the history of the United States that this happened in a just like actual public testimony, once again, to the government. And like I said, I promise you, every successive one is going to get that much better. Here, let me turn up the volume a little bit right here.
The president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce? Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes,
You're
this
from
is
a tiny,
pathetic. This
beautiful
is
state.
pathetic, Mr.
Committee will
Chair.
be in order.
I am not asking trick questions here.
You
The
got your
American
5
people
minutes.
have a right to know the answers to this. These are senior officials in the Trump administration. This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
Dude, she burned her. Dude, she went scorched earth. I'm Attorney General. My apologies. I couldn't tell. The fact that she had that in her pocket, like ready to go, perfect comedic timing. My apologies. I couldn't tell. Dude, zinger. And as I promised, it gets better each one. This is all from yesterday.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaim-
Not on our time. No way.
Reclaim-
And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
You don't tell me anything, you washed up loser lawyer. You're not even a lawyer. Dude, it just like this stuff. They were losing their mind yesterday. You don't tell me anything. Loser lawyer. And then takes it back. You're not even a lawyer. You're actually just exclusively a loser. And then here is the ultimate one. Not the penultimate one. The ultimate, you know what? Let me make sure the volume on this is good because we got to even big screen it because this is the one that is making its rounds and this is where all the memes are from. I cannot believe this is real. Folks, not AI, actually has happened as little as 20 hours ago.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan,
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. Ms. Bondi, the Attorney General can respond.
Thank you. The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year.
Yes, folks. The honest response to, hey, what's going on with this pedophile island? And her response was, the Dow is at 50,000. How are we not talking about that? That was her legitimate response to Congress. So, of course, how about Dow, Pam Bondi? How about Dow? This is it. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in, that the AG, Pam Bondi, is potentially one of the worst people to have ever held well, I would actually say in terms of AG, she's now clearly the queen of being the worst at it. This is absolutely insane. It's an embarrassment. This isn't even political at this point. If you are being asked about kids being victimized, people being victimized, and your response is the Dow's at 50,000. What does that have to do with it? Why are you looking at this giant forest fire, paying for a helicopter to fly over and drop gasoline onto the situation? This makes the horrible, horrific, insane situation just so much more octane. Like, it's just, what is going on after this? Like, if this doesn't end a person's career, I don't know what possibly can. I don't know what possibly can, because what a stupid, stupid response. Hey, we need info on this. Dow's 50,000, S&P 500 is 7,000, Nasdaq's making records. Why are we not talking about it? Lady, we just what? Absolutely insane. Folks, very real. All happened yesterday. That is, I guess, the current state of American politics and the very, very strange situation that the entire Trump administration has themselves in, because they are just, it's not a chess match now. Like, they're playing the whole thing so incredibly horribly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Trump really does have to cut bait with Pam Bondi, because it's getting to the point where, like, it's so horrifically bad that it's just spreading through the entire administration. And the longer it goes on, when you have these individual people who in one way or another represent the administration, if they keep doing dumb things like this, it just brings down the whole thing. I would not be surprised if he has to give her the boot from this one. And honestly, Howard Lutnick is on that path too. All of his weird ass responses to, like, okay, you kind of lied to us about when you were with Epstein. He's like, okay, I did go and have lunch with him in New York City. We were neighbors. Oh, okay, I did go to the island, but I did bring my family. Okay, I did go to the island and I did bring my family and I brought my nannies. And it was like only 1 or 2 lunches. Like, the situation is it's just completely spiraling out of control right now, which is an insane thing to say because it's already been spiraling out of control. And yet they're somehow finding a brand new height of the absurdity that this could possibly go. So it's horrible when you actually think about it, but at least in the short term, we get the laughs and the ha-has and the hee-hees from all the absolutely hilarious memes that are being created. So I'm sure throughout the day, we'll be able to circle back and find out some of this. It's because billionaire donors are on that list. Yeah, but it cuts both ways, dude. We're seeing this left and right, dude. My solution at this point is just burn it all down, lit it all out, unredact everything, and send it out there. Like, it's just becoming such an unmanageable beast. This isn't exclusively impacting left. This isn't exclusively impacting right. It's really, we're just seeing a showcase of these absolutely, like, horrible, disgusting, elite class members who now the government's trying to protect them because, to your point, they are donors and they don't want that to go. But, like, think about all these people that are falling with it. Good, get them out of here. Burn it all down. This is the type of shit that, as a society, as a moral, upstanding society, none of us should be okay with. And the only reason it's getting away this far is, once again, to echo what you were saying, it's just because these people who have clearly done, like, some of the most inhumane, like, ridiculous, disgusting things ever, well, they're also financially powerful, politically powerful, and the structure under them, they want that there. So they're not going to take out the leader of whatever, I guess, hierarchy they're in, because people are using that structure in one way, which means that the trade-off is they want to retain their own power and influence, and they're allowing some of the most, like, wretched shit ever to keep going. Dude, at this point, it's so incredibly bad that they, like, some dramatic measure has to be made to even save face a little bit. And I honestly don't even know if I don't even know if the situation is salvageable at this point. It's already been bad. And then yet every week it feels like somehow they're pushing the bounds of how bad it could be, obviously leading to some of the most insane congressional testimony that we have ever ever heard. So obviously at some point today, we'll be able to circle back and see some of this craziness with respect to reports. We did get initial jobless claims this morning. I do want to call out that the 30-year bond auction's at 1 p.m. today, and tomorrow we do have an inflation report. So put that on your radar. Speaking of the government and everything, so we are getting some government reported inflation numbers tomorrow morning. We're still in earnings season. Granted, it's slowing down. Today after the market closes, Coinbase, DraftKings, tomorrow Moderna, Wendy's, you might be caring about those. McDonald's earnings beat estimates as chain's value push pays off. Cisco stock dropped 7% on mediocre forecasts, even as earnings and revenue top estimates. And then even though it didn't have earnings, let me get rid of this. Bill Ackman reveals stake in Meta, says he has deeply discounted valuation. I wanted to share that because I know many of you in here are fans and you've been buying these dips on Meta. Well, it's not just you guys. Now there's another billionaire in play saying this has a lot of upside. So I just wanted to share that with you. Obviously, Bill Ackman in Pershing Square, he is an activist investor. He doesn't really go as in a large amount of plays. He goes big money into a small amount of plays. He argues that he has more impact. And hey, I'm not saying he's perfect, but he is often right. He is a multi-billionaire for a reason. And he's saying right now that these are good values to be in Meta. So obviously time will tell if he's right on this play, but I have to admit my personal opinion. I was also recently loading up on Meta because I do believe it's undervalued from an investment perspective. So just wanted to share that with you. If you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter, mattkohrs.locals.com. It comes out to your email inbox every single Sunday. Breakdown of earnings, breakdown of major macroeconomic events, and the seasonality of each individual day. Today is neutral. It was for a while pretty bullish. Recently, it's given some of that back, so not the strongest seasonal influence. And then I do want to let you know, to conclude the week, tomorrow, Friday, halfway through the month, the seasonal bias of tomorrow, Friday, is clearly bullish. So I wanted to share that with you before the market gets rocking today. All right, where are we? How much time? All right, poll time. I forgot to do this yesterday. I forgot to do it. Market at open. Folks, I'm asking you, from 9:30 to 9:31, are you bullish or are you bearish? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? The poll is up. Vote, vote, vote. We're going to be ripping it on Vanquish. We're either buying some calls, we're buying some puts at the money right at market open. I need you guys to put on your thinking caps. I need you guys right now, comment away. The poll's up on YouTube. I'm looking over here on Rumble. Shake your Trump. You say bull. Stacy says bull. I'm bearish all month. Well, that has nothing to do with, like, that's just a random comment. I asked you from 9:30 to 9:31. That has nothing to do with a month. And also the market's up, so you're getting killed, dude. Bull icon, bullish, 61%. Okay, so you guys are bullish at open. So that's what we're going to do. Where are we right now in pre-market? We're around 62. So that means for me, all right, we could circle back to that. Here's the Vanquish account. Are we on the right day? We should be on the right day. Brand new account. I bought a bigger account this time around. And what we're going to do is right at 9:30, we're going to be buying some of these. Okay. Market 10. We're going to market order right at open. And then I'm going to quickly close it out as fast as I can. Like I said, we are going to be doing this right at market open. My financial health is in your hands. My financial health is in your hands. You guys better not screw me over on this one. You better not screw me over on this one. What is activation rule? Add activation rule. Oh, I don't care about that. Okay, where are we? We're right at 62, and I need to do this. Okay, we have about 1 minute. 1 minute. So with the final minute, let me give you the key levels of the day. As I always do, I mark out the previous high, low, and close. That is the green, the red, and the white horizontal line. The white box is the transition zone, bullish above, bearish below. And the yellow horizontal lines are all those key levels where we see big money position. But folks, I do want to let you know, we're not that far away from an all-time high. We're currently trading right where my cursor is, 65. The all-time high is 7,002. That is within the play today. Or, of course, we could have a horrible breakdown below 6,900. But obviously, time will tell. 30 seconds to go. Let me get this ready. We'll get up the 1 minute. Of course, when the market really gets rocking, I'll show you the options flow. All right, Bitcoin, let's get ready. Let's get ready for hopefully a very profitable Tuesday session. Let me switch this up so you guys can see the full screen. All right. I haven't traded anything over there yet. In fact, I don't even think, hang on. I don't want to miss this. Okay. Boom. In. Go. What's the order? Fill. Average price 13, 14. Close with single order. 1650. Go. Go, 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 go. Come on. I put it in for 1650. We got a long at 1320. We're trying to get out at 1650. It's trading at 16. Come on, a little bit more. Like I said, I'm trying to get out at 1650. That's where the pending order is, right here above my head. Uh-oh, dropping a little bit. Did we swing a little too hard? We're still green. The unrealized P&L is 1.4. It's 1.4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Come on, pump it. Pump it. Pump it. We're still green. Not as green as I needed. Modify. All right, we're going to drop it. Instead of 1650, we're dropping it to 16. All right, we're back to break even. Come on, just pump it to 16. No, 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 no. No, I think, come on. 16. We're green. Keep going. We just need a little bit more green. We need a little bit more green. Come on. 14, 1450. Come on. Pump it. Pump it. No. If it hits 69, LOL, we should be good. Come on. We're holding green. We just need one little pop here. One little pop. One little pippity pop. We're getting close. 15. $1 away. Come on. Go. Show a little bit of life. Wrong way. Green only. Green only. Don't do it. Don't you do it. We're holding. We're holding. Hold 6. Just pop it, man. Go. Go, 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 go. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, no. There we go. I like that. I like that. 15, 1530, 1520, 1560, 1570, 1580, 80. I saw 1580. 1550. Uh-oh. 1530, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. 2.8K locked in. Bada bing, bada boom. I didn't question you guys for a second. Locked in like no other. 2.8K realized. You guys are the best. You guys didn't doubt you for a second. What a pump. All right, so we're done trading options on that account. Nice, easy trade for the day. I like that pump. We're going to take that. To let you guys know, we did post a video, major Apex update. It's just going through that. I officially made my decision. I have not been paid out yet for Apex, but I did make my decision to take the money. And this video right here on the backup channel, it's on the normal channel if you're watching on Rumble. It's also on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, it is on the backup channel, just Matt Kohrs, not the Matt Kohrs Show. There are 2 channels over there. But basically, wherever you're watching this, you can find this video right here. Big update. We released it yesterday. I know many of you already watched it, but if you didn't, I just want to call out that it's out there. Very, very important video, especially as it relates to all these SIM-defunded accounts and all the stuff that we happen to be doing over there. So I just wanted to call that out. I think it's also, if you have a tough time finding it, it is pinned to the top of my Twitter. So if you can't find it, at Matt_Kohrs, or you could just search, I've made my decision. You could search that on Rumble. You could search that on Facebook. You could search that on YouTube, and you should be able to find it, especially if you search I've made my decision and then type in Kohrs, Kohrs, should be easy to track down. I think I put it up on Instagram, the link. I know it's up on Twitter. So feel free to track all of that. Check that out. All right. What is this about?
Tragic consequences. What has resulted is not controlled, target-focused enforcement, but an operation lacking planning.
Does anyone know what this one's about today?
Restraint. It is both possible to respect.
Oh, by the way,
dingity ding ding ding, the world's largest casino is now open.
Well, that's boring as shit, so we don't need to watch that. Excuse me. All right. I just want to quickly mark out the overnight trading session low and high. Those are generally good levels to be paying attention to. Good levels to keep on your mind. I don't think I have my trade copier set up. Do I? Okay, I do. I think. Apex, edit. Apex 30. Okay, whatever. We're going to leave that for now. I think I have my trade copier set up. As you can see, I was good. I did not break any of my rules today. And we're going to see if we can catch an early morning push. Let's get some music going. Hype, lo-fi chill, new songs. Let's go to new songs. Let's see what we have rocking over here. This is from this morning, but just a little something in the background to enjoy what's happening. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rip it. We have a little bit to go for that 10-minute Orbo. 5-minute is bullish. 10-minute is bullish. 30-minute is bullish. 4-hour is bullish. All on the S&P 500. Looking at the Nasdaq, 5-minute is testing. 10-minute is testing. 30-minute is testing, holding bullish. 4-hour is also bullish. So tech is a bit weaker than we're seeing in the S&P 500, at least at this moment. All right, let's get you guys some options flow. Shout out to Spot Gamma. That is the tool that I'm using day in and day out. You know those days that you just feel like the coffee's hitting perfectly? I'm having one of those days. Sometimes you just feel fucking locked in. You just feel like you're part of the matrix, and it's one of those days for me right now. Ooh, the flow is not looking the best. The flow could definitely improve, but we are holding, so we need to hold the current intraday low. All right. What are we looking at? A potential pop there. All right. Let's zoom in. Let's figure out what is going on. Nail that creamer ratio. I switched it up from almond milk to skim milk, so maybe that's the real secret. All right, the VWAP is 334, so it's pretty much this recent low that we saw at 10:35. All right. What time is it? 37. Interesting. Tight range thus far, 318 to 376. For an open, that's actually kind of a smaller range. Folks, if you haven't already, if you guys could do me a huge favor, smash that like button. That type of engagement, whether you're watching on Rumble, Facebook, or YouTube, it really does help with the algorithm and get this show presented to other people who might want to be partying with us.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, we're off to the races. Let's see what we can grab. I want to look for this breakout of 400. There are people trying to sell right there at 400. I have a long at 72, 73. I was green. Now it's getting hit. Maybe I should have been a little bit quicker to react. Well, that fake out might have fucked me. My stop's right at VWAP. I'm just using VWAP as protection. Hopefully it's not a VWAP retest. Very well might be. All right, let's get Papa Pal. Let's see if Pal can save this trade. Come on. What time is it? Fuck. All right, 50%. If it can revert above 69, I'll be feeling pretty comfortable. Little early morning degeneracy not paying thus far. I probably should have been quicker to react, to be completely fair. Maybe I'm not as dialed in as I thought I was, but we'll see. All right, like I said, if this could take out. So I want to move my risk up a little bit. All right. Come on. Come on. We undershot that. Come on. I want to see this test of 400. That's not really my profit target. I just have it up there because it's part of the ATM strategy. Maybe that is my level, maybe not. I care a lot more about my risk. In fact, that's kind of like distorting the screen. All right. Come on. Hold this. What time is it? We're 11 minutes into the day. Can we get back above 80? Can we get back above 80?
Order submitted.
That's a spell. Market rated like heaven or hell. Past performance, that's a fairy tale.
Come on.
Forward guide and sharper nails. Algo stutter, screens go white. Traders blink, lose months of life. He clear throat, portfolio flips. That's not a cough, that's apocalypse. No beat drop, just heartbeat, no. Grown man pray to unemployment claims.
Shit. I needed that to hold.
Order filled.
All right, got knocked out of one. Just trying to have proper risk management. I was trying to play the 1 minute flipping over, but it's just having a hell of a time doing it. So I just didn't want to carry that much risk. I could always re-enter. Remember, there's no pattern day trading when it comes to futures. Can it hold this? Come on. I was looking for the 10-minute Orbo breakout to the upside, but apparently that is not happening today. Oop, is it coming from my second risk? What's options flow looking like? SPY is good. Nasdaq is hanging behind. Probably should have played this on the SPY. I really thought this was going to get going. If it comes back and tags VWAP, I'll get knocked out before. I just don't want to play a potential VWAP puke. If it bounces off of VWAP, I'd rather just go back in bullish. Mag 7, it tried to pop, gave it back. SPX, it did pop, giving a little bit back now. It almost got going. That's what I was trying to play there, and it just did not. All right, I just got knocked out. Just, it's failing. We tried to get going, and just no luck. All right, so now I'm watching these bounds. Now we're watching these bounds. Dude, I tried to, okay, we popped, we pulled back. I tried to take that long, and it still might happen. I just don't want to take on the chance in case it pukes. I mean, why was I bullish? Well, look at bullish, 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 bullish. It was trying to push bullish. It was trying to push bullish. It was trying, like, the momentum was bullish. It just didn't follow through right here. Mag 7 went, it just failed. SPY went, it just failed. So just have to give it a second and see which way it actually wants to get going. Oops, let me update that. Yeah, now we're right back at VWAP. So it might be a run-of-the-mill VWAP bounce, but I just don't, hey, I don't know, 50-50 shot that it fails at VWAP, so I just didn't want to be involved with it, so I cut it quickly. It's all about just keeping your losses small and reasonable, and then when you're right, ride it as long as you can. Price action is showing no direction. I'm saying out. Well, it was showing a breakout, and then it just got smashed. Look at, we had higher, right? I mean, there clearly was direction. We had higher highs. We had higher lows. That's why I was bullish. I was trying to play this breakout, but no, it just ended up getting hit. It just ended up getting hit, which that happens, like something. We just got a 10-minute Orbo breakdown. All right, so yeah, right here we just swept that low. Maybe we're switching. It's started bullish, and now we just have to wait. Chop until tomorrow. I'd be curious how you so confidently know that. You just don't know. I mean, we've seen it before where there's a strong open and then it chops all day. We've also seen it before where it's choppy at open, and then when the chop ends, we end up having nice trend. Like that type of confident prediction, it kind of comes back to our discussion of yesterday. You just have to know what you don't know.
Order submitted.
All right. Let's see if we can make some of this back. Let's see if we can make some of this back. Let's see if we can make some of this back. They're pulling the old Kansas City shuffle on us, folks. We're about to hit this 2 standard deviation at 250. I'm curious if people will react there. I should probably be moving my stop to break even. I'm going to give it one little bounce to see if I actually want to go break even. Because, like, the volatility is clearly there. So hopefully it doesn't bounce all the way up, but that's just the risk I have to take. So there's VWAP. There's your 1 standard deviation move. There's your 2 standard deviation move. Maybe a rejection at 300. Toby Kohrs serenading us. Oh, if this breaks down, do I want to add another one in? I do.
Order filled.
Something's wrong in the way the walls breathe.
All right, we're gonna see if this actually wants to break. We tried to pop until for the first 10-ish minutes. We got that 10-minute Orbo breakout, and then it just quickly flushed it. All right, I need to be a little bit more reactive here, unlike the first time around. All right, watching this intraday low at 260, I do want to bring to your attention, we do have a 2 standard deviation move down here at 250. Below that, you can get like a trendy action, but it also can quickly bounce, which is why I'm more than willing to take a bit of profit on this first one and then set the other one to break even. But I'm watching 250 right now on this NQ contract. I feel like I should... Are these? Yeah, they are separate. All right, I'm moving my stops down just because I don't want to take an outsized loss here. Do I want to go 1 to break even? Let me check the flow. Hang on 1 second. Let's see what's going on with the flow. SPY did take a hit, but just got a flow alert. Mag 7 did take a hit, but it's now going flat. Oh, is this going to fucking wick me out? I'm really... I wish I was a bit quicker to react to have an average fill above 300. I'd feel so much more comfortable if I had like protection at 300. Because if I had this fill at 308, I could put my stop at 303. No matter what, I'm guaranteeing myself money. This is a pop. All right. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 5-minute breaking down, 10-minute breaking down, 30-minute testing. I need to be careful because buyers might be stepping in right there. 5-minute breaking down, 10-minute breaking down, 30-minute breaking down, which I try to play the bullish pop. It failed. Obviously, why I quickly switched bearish. If we take out the current intraday low, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about us touching 200 flat. That's a big if. Obviously, we need to take out 53. We need to take out 53. What are we doing today? There we go. Okay, I'm going to move one of these to break even for risk protection. I'm going to move the other one to this recent high, lowering my risk dramatically, I would argue. But this order was slow to react. We took out 250, like I said. That's important because it is the 2 standard deviation move. That's this white or this yellow line right here. Sometimes there's reactions right after it, but I've also noticed in the morning, sometimes there's first like a large impulse past it and then it recovers. So that's what I'm watching. But once again, the stop got moved to break even already on one of these, and then the other one I lowered the risk. So I'm still taking on a little bit of risk, but one of them is a free play, as in the stops at break even at the fill. So one's a free play, so I'm only taking risk on one of these contracts, which is how I like to manage it. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. What time is it? 9:51. I gotta be... SPY took a hit there. Mag 7 took it there. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Bearish, bearish, bearish. All right. I mean, I'm on the right side of the trend. The question is just, is this going to be the bottom?
Order filled.
The break-even trade got knocked out. It's going to force me to re-enter if it keeps going down.
Order submitted.
Receipts in my pocket like trophies and ink. Pay for the silence I used to overthink. Leather smells new, so does freedom lately. Funny what happens when patience pays me. Friends say I changed.
Hoping that this isn't a higher low. Looking for a lower high to fail over. I just need it to drop below 55. If it drops below 55, I could do the same thing and probably moving one of the stops to break even, but obviously I first need it below 55. I see sellers at 85. I see buyers at 50. Come on, take out 55. All right, we're taking out that recent low. I don't know if I want to go break even quite yet, which is why I'm being slightly hesitant about it. Oh, fuck. Oh, is it going to come back up to this IB? Fuck. It might be the higher low right there. I'm going to give it like 1 quick second. I just need this rejection. Where's the 1 minute? I don't want to take on too much risk on this. It's just not appropriate. Buyers might be stepping in right now because the larger structure is still bullish, which is why I'm being a little bit more conservative with the risk. When I say the larger picture, I mean like the daily chart still favors the bulls across the board. That doesn't mean there can't be like a red day, intraday sell-off, but it is easier the more things that, I guess, align. Your risk tolerance is insane? I don't think so. I guess it's more than average, but relative to my accounts and what I'm trading, no. Like risk tolerance is relative to your like accounts, your account size, your buffer. I don't think it's insane at all, actually. But that's also a personal thing. Where are we? Okay. If it holds below 300, I should be somewhat decent, but that's a big if because it's pushing on it right now. If it can take out 62, I should be somewhat fine. We did take out that low. What's the current low? Like 35. 35 on NQ. 69. It's curling up. But Mag 7's flat. It's right here. I'm seeing the SPY climb up. We are seeing some puts being sold. So I need to wait for this to stop. Bulls are not stepping in. Bulls are not buying calls here. The delta's rising because puts are getting sold. So it's removing negative delta. So there's no bullishness. It's a lack of bearishness. It's this little pop. So if I can weather this storm, I should be A-okay. I just need to weather basically this succession of trades from 950 until now. I'm looking for a push to 41 for SPX to test green to red. And I'm looking at that for sure. Small degen trade before news. I don't think the housing news is that impactful. I don't really consider that. There's certain news I won't trade before, like whatever, CPI, PCE, jobs data. The existing home sales does not matter to me. It's not that impactful.
It's unusual, they screenshot my gains like they're confessional. Used to trade from basements, now I own a building. Used to chase highs, now I bring the feeling. They try to short me, I made unbelievers turn drawdowns into golden receivers. You can hate me, but you quote my lines every can.
We just made a new intraday low. I see some buyers at 225. I see some buyers at 215. Actually, right now, am I on the wrong over here? You could see most are at 215 to right about here. That's where most buyers are. You could see them. Oh, they just moved them down to 200. So this fill should be pretty easy at 205. They did move their order. They were at 215. It looks like there's a little bit of market buying going on. Surprise, surprise at 215. But I'm seeing most 238 contracts to be purchased at 25,200. I'm front running it a little bit at 205. We're going to take all risk off the table. Stops now at break even. I'm trying to dump one of these contracts right here to get me back green on the day. And then the other one is a freebie. It's a runner. So if this gets filled, 3, 2, 1. If this gets filled, 3, 2, 1. If this gets filled, 3, 2, 1. If this, dude, look how close that was. Look at that low. Are you kidding me? It went to 6 and my fill was at 5. And I was being conservative. I saw the buyers I was front running it by 5 points. That's crazy. Anyway, I did take all risk off the table. My stop's at break even.
Order filled.
All right, there we go. So back in the green on the day, stops at break even on the runner. We're fishing. This is how I like to trade. I go fishing every single day. Sometimes the fish are biting, sometimes they're not.
Order canceled.
Stops
Order
at break even.
submitted.
So I'm guaranteed profit, and then the other stuff's just running. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Let me turn this down a little bit. Any questions on this trade? I love to break this stuff down for you real time. Do you guys have questions of what I saw, what I didn't see? Risk management. Folks, I had a losing trade. I had a losing trade. I had a break-even trade. I had a losing trade. I had a big winning trade. I am below 50% hit rate today, and yet I'm still up 1.7K per account. You don't need to be right on every trade. If there's one thing you take away from me and my show and how I trade is you don't have to focus on getting money every single trade. What you need to focus on every single trade is risk management. I kept my losses small. I kept them reasonable. When acceptable, I put my stops to break even, and then we're fishing. If you are watching this show, or if you need a better understanding of my framework for active day trading, I'm not talking for investing, that's a completely different mantra, but for active day trading, you are fishing. It's a game of how much do you have to cast the bait in? And a lot of the times, it's not going to lead to anything. But once in a while, you catch a nice fish. You catch a trophy fish. That is my framework of trading. I know that there's other people who approach this very, very differently. That's how I approach it. And that's how I'm pretty much on the cusp of getting $1 million payout from Apex. Every day I'm trading well. I'm trading well because I'm keeping my risk in control, and that's all I care about. And the days I'm trading very poorly and making bad decisions, it is because I am letting my risk go unchecked and I'm basically praying it comes back. No. When I'm in the zone, when your boy had enough coffee in the morning and he's fucking dialed into the markets, I might win, I might lose, but I'm dialed in because I'm cutting my losses quickly, I'm letting my winners ride, and I'm just updating my risk time and time and time again. Matt, what MAs are you using? I think the 10, 20, 50. That's a good question. I don't think any particular moving average, exponential, weighted, simple. I don't think there's one that's the best. I just like to see the general trend. So right here, I saw price was trying to break above. Oh, maybe it's going to go bullish. Nope, it failed. Clearly, we are trending them. I just like to know where like the cohort of them are looking, whether it's SMAs, EMAs, in any moving average. In my research of the market, there's no particular moving average that is somehow like better or worse than the other ones. I find that there's a big advantage in using multiple of them together. That's where I like it. And hang on, I might have to do something. See here, see how we keep bouncing off? This is the 2 standard deviation move. See how we came down to it, kissed it, bounced, came down, broke down, trended, and now we're reverting back up. This is actually going to be really telling right here, what we're watching. I love watching the 1 and 2 standard deviation of VWAP. They're generally very good signals, generally very good targets. I could have used this as an exit, which happened to be at 200. Based on the time of the day, I'm going to give it a little bit of an attempt. If it keeps going, obviously I'm out for break even. So it looks like 230 is where I'm up $1,000 per account. So that would be nice just from a psychological standpoint. Let's see how much this is going to bounce. I want to be clear here, though. You can be a lot more lax when your stop's at break even. Worst case situation is I'm still making money today. Worst case situation. Maybe it gets rejected here at 50. Let's see where we see it on Bookmap. But like I said, once you've already locked in, once you've already gotten yourself green, once your stop's already break even on your runner, that's what it is, folks. It's a runner. It's just a fun thing to cheer for. Yeah, I would say for me, actually, I have the stats on this. 2 out of 3 times, 66% of the time, actually sometimes 70% of the time, my runner does get knocked out for break even. I want to be clear. It's not like my runner is always making me a massive amount of money. In fact, most of these are not. But the reason you do it is because that 1 in 3 times, it does go so dramatically in your favor that it's actually your further net ahead to let the runner be a runner. So you have to focus on your system as a whole of how do these trades play out in aggregate, not that one individual trade. Of course, on every individual trade, I'm trying to make as much money as I can, and I'm trying to do as well as I can. But like, it's just not what trading is. Trading is a game of just many trades taken with discipline in succession, and how does it net out? If one trade is your end all be all, it's probably not going to go well for you. If you choose to trade that way, obviously I wish you the best of luck. Ooh, do I want to get out of this? I might dump this if it breaks here. Yeah, that high. Whatever, we're locking in. If it dumps, cool. I make more money. If it doesn't, I'm still locking in money. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind moving a stop loss into profit. I don't know if that's allowed for Apex though. What do you mean allowed? Of course you can move your stop into profit on Apex. There's no rule against that. I think what you're referring to is the implications of the unrealized drawdown, but that only impacts you for your first couple days, your first couple trades, because before you know it, you exceed the buffer and then you can trade and that doesn't hurt you at all. The unrealized drawdown on a 50K account only matters for the first like $2,000, maybe $2,500. I mean, like Yeah, there are some unfortunate bad breaks. I'm not going to lie about that. But once again, if you're trading with a quality system time and time again, if you're doing the right thing, eventually the market will show you that you're doing the right thing. How do you handle the apex 30% rule when letting runners run? Once again, like if you're always letting it run in that multiple calendar days of trading, you're not going to have one that's that massive outstanding one. With that being said, though, there are certain times I cap myself because of the 30% quote unquote windfall profit. And it depends where the accounts are, but as your accounts continue to grow, you can swing bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's one of those things where you might have to cap yourself a bit early at the beginning, but every single payout cycle, every single trading day, you can push it further and further. So in the $1 million payouts that I'm currently waiting for the response from Apex, at first I would stop myself at 2K. But then by the end, I was letting it run anywhere. I think at one point I calculated my max and I was like allowed to let it run to like 22. So once again, it's one of those things that as you get more trading days under your belt and you're building up the buffer, well, first of all, the 30% MAE goes to 50%. You can start swinging bigger. You're building a stronger and stronger foundation. Can you move your loss into profit on Apex? Yeah, you could do whatever you want. It's you and your trading. And in fact, moving your stop into profit guarantees you profit. There's no rule against that. Yes, there might be some mathematical implications related to your unrealized drawdown, but once again, you only have to contend with that for a little bit. That's only at the start of these accounts. The 1348 original plan is back when Jack and Gabe started it up. 1348, it's not bad, but it's also not good. This idea of just trading every single 1348 EMA crossover, there's no individual crossover that you could trade that will continually make you money. I've back tested all of these. I've optimized all of these. There is no such thing as a singular crossover that if you are just taking that, no other indicators, no other information, if you're like, hey, I'm just literally taking this crossover. I go long when it crosses over to the top side. I go short when it crosses over to the other side. There's none that will make you money consistently. And that if they did, they would just be data mined away, and then the edge would just quickly evaporate. Obviously, I'm a fan of EMAs. I'm not against them, but all indicators should be used in conjunction with other pieces of information. That fucking clown in here yesterday who was arguing that ADX, the advance and decline line, is some sort of predictive measure and it's the end all be all indicator. And if you trade that exclusively, you're somehow going to make money. It's simply not true. There's no one standalone indicator that is the difference between you making money and not making money. You just have to know the extent of all these tools and use the appropriate tools in the appropriate circumstances. And I actually think the same thing could be said about timeframes. I don't think there's one time frame that is the end all be all. I think you want to use a myriad of timeframes and a myriad of indicators. And for those of you who don't know what myriad means, just a group. You want to use various somewhat related timeframes, and you want to actually use various unrelated, uncorrelated indicators. So like if you're day trading, there's really no point in you looking at the weekly chart. Maybe you want to know the high and the low of the previous week, but beyond that, does the weekly trend really impact what the market's going to do in the next 30 minutes? Probably not. So as a day trader, scalp trader, you might care about whatever, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 10 minute, the 30 minute. You can check a couple. That's okay. Get the general idea of the trend. EMAs. I use various EMAs. I use initial bounce. I'll check out the RSI. I'll look at ADX. I'm not necessarily against any of these as a standalone tool. I refuse to believe that there's one perfect thing. You want to be using them together. Let me update my risk. All right, so no matter what, I'm making 500 there. I've already made 400. So no matter what, I'm making $900 today on all these accounts. Hey guys, just joined. Excited to be here. Kevin, we're fucking stoked to have you. Kevin, I don't care what your wife says. I don't care what your boss says. I don't care what your kids say. We're fucking stoked to have you, brother. All those naysayers in your life, they can fucking kick rocks. They just don't appreciate you for you, Kevin. Those fucking losers. Kevin, you send those naysayers our way, and as a community, we'll beat the shit out of them. And YouTube, if you're listening, I don't mean that figuratively. I mean that literally. The Goonie gang has your back. We'll fucking jump those naysayers. Don't you worry. Including your kids and wife. We don't even We don't have morals here. If it's your kids and wife picking on you, fucking Kevin, we don't have an issue with that. We don't have an issue with that. We protect the Kevins in this group. We protect the Kevins in this group. Kevins, they're a rare breed. A rare breed. The goon platoon? Maybe. Maybe. All right. We're still in this trade. What time is it? It is 10:10. How are we looking? Hang on. Let me switch this up. Nope. This way. Bitcoin's getting hit. I want to sell some premium. Hang on. We're going for that red-green test. Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. There's that pop. Mag 7's getting hit. Bearish, bearish, bearish. That did break down. Bearish, bearish, bearish. What was that high? That high. I'm still short, by the way. My short's at 266 and my stop's at 242. So my stop's in the money. I'm trying to decide if I want to sell premium right here, even before Piper fires. Do I? Don't I? Maybe I get a fill, maybe I don't. Is Piper on fire? I think it needs a little bit more. Oh, if you are in the Discord, I'm waiting for Piper to fire. It should be firing any second. Any second. Maybe it's waiting for 10:15. All right, we might be getting a bounce off of this right here. Silver's catching a little bit of a bid. All right. What is today? Today is the 12th. I guess we're just waiting. All right, right now, quick review. Mag 7 getting hit. S&P 500 was getting hit. There were some put profits being taken, and now after getting sold off, it's just kind of flat. 5-minute bearish, 10-minute bearish, 30-minute bearish, 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute. It is all bearish after that 10-minute Orbo breakdown. We are coming up on the green to red move. When I say green, it's because we closed at 6941 yesterday. Obviously, we're selling off to it, and now that's the test. We just wicked it. Some buyers stepped in. Will it hold? Are we going to keep trending down? Your guess is as good as mine, but we will be finding out. We will be finding out. Patience, patience, patience. A lot of positive gamma, as you could see. We did just slice through some of this negative gamma. If you need a positive gamma target to the south side, 6920 is pretty evident. If we bounce back up, 6960, 6980, 6995. But if you're trying to trade with this trend and you're like, okay, what's a reasonable reach target? Let me switch over here. You guys can see this, right? Yeah. This positive gamma probably going to act as some form of a magnet if we keep trending down. So let's basically see if it actually gets rejected at 6950. If it does, my next clear bearish target, let me fix this. My next clear bearish target, if we keep going down, would be here, 6920 with a little bit of a hiccup at 6930. But we are finding support at the green to red move, and also at this hedge wall at 6940, but we're just bouncing up to this next key technical psychological level at 6950. So let's wait and see how this actually behaves. Mag 7 trending up a little bit since 1010. S&P 500 also trending up since 1009, 1010. It actually, this time around, calls are being bought. Once again, puts are being sold, i.e. lack of bearish. We are removing negative delta, but we're also adding positive delta. Right here, you could see 0 DTE calls started to get purchased at 1009. So we're seeing a little trend up. Right here, a chunk of puts got sold at 1009 on the Mag 7. So we're seeing somewhat of a potential bottoming, a potential shift on SPY and NASDAQ right there. Oh, I'm almost knocked out. Shit. I'm almost getting knocked out. I might just close it.
Order filled.
Closed. Around $1,000 per account. Some are a little over, some are a little under. Cool. Cool. And guess what? I could keep trading today. Guess freaking what? I could keep trading. If it breaks down, I could go short again. If I think this is a recovery, either to the 50% point or something like that, I could rock it. I guess I was a little early. Maybe that was inappropriate, but whatever. I locked in. Nice $1,000. $1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just below 12K thus far today. Why not taking profit when you were at 2.2? Because how would anyone know that that was the max? What if it went to 3? What if it went to 4? What if it went to 5? I find that new retail traders always ask themselves that. They always compare themselves to what would the theoretical perfect trade be. How do you know that that's going to be the extent? How would I know that 169 was the low? What if it puked to 100? What if it puked to 25,000? That's always, I understand why people have that question, but if you actually spend a little bit of time to think about the question you're asking, you're basically saying, why didn't you bottom ticket? Why didn't you top ticket? And then at that point, it's the question of, why didn't you go long here, sell here, long here, sell here, long here, sell there, long there? Why not short there, recover there, long, short, like it's an endless game of like woulda, coulda, shoulda. But prop is different. I get it. I don't think you get it because you wouldn't be asking that question. And I get it. We're all new to trading at some point, but like if you're always comparing yourself to like, this is perfect, what? That it's just, I understand the point of the question, but it's also, well, actually, there's two major things to hop in there. First of all, what I just said of you don't know the perfect thing. And also, second of all, the mark of a good trader is they let their winners ride and they get out of their losers very quickly. And then losing traders end up taking their profits too early and they hold on to their losers way too long. So right there, I find a lot with retail traders, especially when I'm trading in front of them. It's like, oh my God, you're green, take your money. That's the hallmark sign of probably a losing trader. Like, you have to be aware of that if you have a winner, let it ride. If you have a loser, get the fuck out of the position. And retail traders like commonly flip those. They hold their losers forever. And as soon as they see a little green, they get out. You have to switch it. You have to switch it if you want any success at this. Trade flawless. Matt, God, I wish I could. I wish I had that ability. But prop is different. It's not. If you treat it with good trading methodologies and like, if you treat it like with good, a good trading framework, you're going to be good across the board. I do need to do a little scalp trade, I believe, on these. On what is it? 319. 319.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm willing to go short here, but once again, I don't know where it's going to go. No one on this planet can tell you where we're going to be in the next minute, the next 5 minutes, the next 10 minutes, the next 30 minutes. No one can. It's a game of risk reward. Are you trading with your strategy, and are you trading with your strategy with reasonable risk, and are you disciplined enough to stick to it? That's the name of the game. I did mess up one order though. On these little 50K accounts, I was supposed to just get in and out for a tick, and I did mess up that order. Oops. These guys right here. All I need to do today on these is just scalp trade to lock in another trading day. So that's what I was supposed to do, and it was up, and I forgot to just put in the right order to get the fuck out. So I'm going to see if I could just quickly scalp whatever, 10, 20 bucks. As I just did, 25, 25, 25. So I'm intentionally, once again, this is the part where sometimes you have to play the rules of the prop game. And the rules of the prop game sometimes are literally just get your trading days in. So I just got the trading day, and I have no reason to trade those anymore because there's no more additional upside for me. I think on FFN you have to trade them for 7 days, and today's day 6, so I just needed a trade day in. I did trade it on NQ, which if I were to give you guys advice is not the smartest thing to do. What you should do is a quick little MNQ or MES, like a quick little in and out as quickly as you can, pay for the commissions, don't let your P&L change that much, keep it sub $5 and just lock your trading day in. Unfortunately, and we've probably all done this, where the days where you're trying to get a trading day in, and is this reversing on me? The days we're trying to get a trading day in, and it just ends up, ooh, this is bouncing pretty hard. A little fake out breakdown. Little fake out breakdown.
Order filled.
Okay. I tried to take this breakdown right here. It looked like the trend was failing. Right here, it's still bearish. It might just be, unfortunately, wicking me out. Which happens. You have to accept it. Keep your risk in control. Just don't get too degenerate with it, is really the main message there. Oh, it's really the main message.
Order submitted.
We're going fishing, folks. I actually kind of want to make this trading show. Like, we should start just doing it while actually fishing. 10 cons or death. That's what we should be doing. Okay, Piper did fire. Piper did fire. Hang on. If you are in the Discord, Piper fired just now. Let me double check all the numbers. I did put it in there. Okay. Piper is in there. Piper did fire. I took a trade as well. Let me screenshot that and send it in to you guys. If you are in the Discord, Piper is up. I also took a position. All right. I'm putting it in as quick as I can. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, we did that. And then, do I want to double dip on this play today? I've been double dipping lately. I've been a double dipping Debbie. And that is the question for today. Do I once again want to double dip? So,
order filled.
I think I just got knocked out for break even on whatever this pop is. Well, that's a bummer. Gave back my gains. I was trying to play that very evident breakdown. Lower highs, lower lows. It just didn't go. Let's give this a second to breathe and see what's going on. It might be a VWAP retest up here at 300. But let's see. The 1 minute just perfectly touched that 50 EMA. Right. You can see it there. We just wicked into the 1 minute 50 EMA. So I wonder if this is going to be a pretty harsh rejection. If it is, that's unfortunately, it's the second time that I'm wicked out. But once again, why am I so aggressive with that risk management? It's just because if I'm wrong, I want to get the hell out. Like, there's literally no point in overstaying your welcome, especially on futures where there's no pattern day trading. No point whatsoever. What was the position? What did I do over here? No point If you keep your risk in control, everything else will be fine. Everything else will be fine. All right. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, here we go. So, 2 unfortunate wick outs, but once again, with risk management, just keeping myself break even. That is the name of the game. That is the name of the game. Oh, is this... Where are the big players? All right, some little bit of selling up here at 35. That actually just disappeared. 40. We have some sellers. We have some buyers down here at 215. Which direction? What trend should we be taking? 5-minute is bearish. 10-minute is bearish. 30-minute is on the bearish side. 5-minute is bearish. 10-minute is bearish. 30-minute is on the bearish side. 4 hours neutral. 4 hours bullish over there. So the shorter time frame, 5 and 10 are clearly bearish. 30-minute is pushing bearish. 30-minute is pushing bearish. 4 hours bullish there. 4 hour is actually bearish over here. So I would say mixed data at the moment favoring the bears. If we look at the options flow, Mag 7 puked, going flat. If we look at the S&P 500, it puked, popped, now going flat, and we're just battling it out at 50. So this has been the reaction level. We overshot it, we popped above it, we shot below it, we popped above it. Like, we're just pinned to a key technical, psychological, actually gamma level as well.
Order submitted.
What was the low of the day? I just took a short 60. Okay, I'm watching this. I guess what I'm finding of interest is this trend line right there. Putting a couple things together. Obviously, we're looking at options flow. Why does it always zoom in like this? Going flat after a bit of a pop. We're looking at momentum, and now we're also looking at this technical structure. I'll set an alert here for this technical structure breakdown. And then obviously we could also watch a technical structure break out. Which one is going to be happening first? A little bit of consolidation. You have these lower highs and higher lows. You have these lower highs and these higher lows. By definition, that is consolidation. Generally, consolidation does break in the favor that it was trading into it. So we were trading downward, then we consolidated. So there's about a 10% edge. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but it is statistically more likely than not that you break the consolidation in the way that you were coming from originally. But I'm not saying that happens 99% of the time. It does change based on your time frame. Intraday stuff, it's about a 10% edge based on the most recent time that I was like actually studying that. All right, we'll see. So my bet is that we do break downward, but once again, I'm giving the odds like a 60-40, not like a 99-1, not a 90-10 type of a vibe. If anything, it's consolidation, and we're just waiting. Mag 7 flat, SPY slightly down after the pop, but the interest is just here. Like, look at, we're just pinned to 50. Similar to the previous days, it's just selling premium. Are we going to be above? Are we going to be below? Who knows? Who knows? Who freaking knows? All right, patience. The 1 minute on NQ is testing again. Is it going to get rejected? Is it going to get rejected here? 15 seconds, a little aggressive. I suppose we could draw that. Just looking at... Yeah, we're literally at equilibrium. Like, we're just... See how the EMAs... This cloud, this is just an EMA cloud. See how they're just going sideways? We're not trending. We popped up, went sideways, broke down, and now in a larger range, we're still just going sideways. So we have to wait. I would say momentum is bearish. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute bearish. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute bearish. But once again, if you go to the 1 minute, maybe even the 3 minute, it's just sideways. So patience. And that's going to be a lot of trading. A lot of trading is actually doing nothing. So we're just waiting. Just waiting. Let me set up a couple alerts for myself just in case we get into a good conversation. I don't want to miss something that I should be paying attention to. I'm basically on NQ. I'm either looking for the breakout at 260 or the breakdown below 200. So kind of an awkward like 50 point-ish range that I'm watching. The 1 minute on SPX is trying to go bullish after clearly being bearish. 1 minute on NQ is testing, but just because we're testing doesn't mean it's going to break out. Maybe it breaks, maybe it gets fully rejected. Here's a look at flow, if that's something you care about. Mag 7 is actually not looking good. Price is trending up ever since 1026, but the options are trending down, so a little bit of a mismatch there. SPX is trending up right now. It was trending down, and then it kind of turned suit here at 1028-ish. Maybe this is a quick pop to VWAP. Maybe. We just have to wait and see. I can tell you that the tech sector is clearly weaker. SPY is recovering. Mag 7 is not. Nasdaq is flat. So if you're looking for strength on a relative basis can be found in SPY. If you're looking for weakness, relative weakness can be found in the Nasdaq. I think that is very important to note. And we're just kind of dancing around, as you can see, in this negative gamma. We have negative gamma from 6975 to 6940. Negative gamma zone, this red patch over here. Once again, 6940 up to 6975. Zero DTE influence of negative gamma. That's why when we get to these like kind of almost bumpers, we kind of stop at these zones just because we're running out of negative gamma. Running out of negative gamma. And we're still in the consolidation. Actually, the Qs are kind of getting to the end of their consolidation. What's everyone's best guess? Everyone, you have a 50-50 shot of being right on this one. Which way do you think this consolidation is going to break on the SPY and the Qs? We have lower highs, higher lows. By definition, that is consolidation. Just what's everyone's best guess? Bullish breakout or bearish breakdown? I'm saying 50-50. Technically, it's 60-40 to the bearish side, but hey, maybe crazier things happen. Am I staying in New York when I move? No. No. I am not a good enough trader to afford the space that I need in New York. I guess the breakdown is the answer. Wyoming Upland Outfitters, I think you just got murked. I think you just got murked there, brother. What's the intraday low? I need to unload one of my contracts there, 70.
Order submitted.
All right, I'm putting in one of my orders at the intraday low. Right there. The intraday low, I think that's the intraday low. Yeah, my first profit target. You know what? Let's just update this. All right, no risk. First profit target, intraday low. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Fake out breakdown? Maybe. 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot. What the fuck are we listening to? This is horrible. Is this just exit? Dude, this is spiking my anxiety right now. What about some Kohrs on the cob, dude? Let's calm this down. Dude, this is supposed to be a calm. Uh-oh. If it retests, I might be a little bit fucked. But I do have the fill above 200, which is a position I'd rather be in. Hell yeah, brother.
She said you're not a boyfriend, you're a bad investment. Filed our love under
2 standard deviation move.
I text her in limit orders and prayer while my mental health trades thin and thin air. Every maybe felt like
I wish I could split these orders. I'm almost afraid to.
ghosted me mid-intraday fake out now I romance.
Order canceled.
Red candles like their old flames. Sing lullabies till every
Order submitted.
fell in love in a liquidity trap. She
Order submitted.
my hand through a volatility snap. Now I'm margin called by every
Oh, brother.
in debt to more.
Enhance. 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 Enhance.
Through the Fed's recession. Swore commitment like a mispriced option. I keep longing
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
straight irrational.
Oh. All right, I'm putting in my profit target on that options play. If you're in the Discord, we'll just get that locked in before I forget, like I have been. Let's get these orders in.
Babe, I only bleed green on the first and third. I wrote poetry on napkins from my broker's lobby.
All right, orders are in. Orders are in on options. Orders are in on futures. Today is turning up Matt.
Order filled.
All right, that got locked. We don't need that one anymore. Profit secured. No matter what, we're making $800. We do have a runner. Stop is at break even. This will probably be my final trade of the day. I find that my particular trading mantra, my particular trading framework, ideology, it's generally best in the first hour and a half of the day. We're officially 1 hour into the day. So I have all the data on my own trading. My edge does not do as well, especially when I'm kind of manually executing Icarus, the later the day goes. So generally my best days, I get in, I make my money, and I call it a fucking day, and I move on with my life. That's generally when I'm like doing what I should be doing. So that's personal. There are people who make money midday. There are people who make money later in the day. I'm literally just commenting on like when I make money. And it's kind of hard to deny the stats of it. Like literally I track all my trades. I have the data on all my trades. I journal all my trades. And in this day and age of AI, it's kind of undeniable where you can see the success and where you can see the failure. And my success are early trades, like somewhere between 10 to 30 minutes into the day, ride it to about 10:30 to 11, catch that trend, I lock it up, and I move on with my life. What's that song in the background? It's called Kohrs on the Cob, Liquidity Trap. It's on our channel, Tendies and Tunes, and all this music is made by the producer, Chaos. Chaos is the producer, he's the editor, and he's also our, I guess, music director for here at Goonie Trading Inc. But he whipped all these up. Obviously, he's very talented, and we put up all the music for free. So if you guys like what you're hearing, like I said, we give it away free of charge. We just want to put it out there. And your boy caught, dude, we're fishing. We're fishing right here. So this is the question of before of like, hey, like, do you guys see, like, I'm really trying to drive home this point of this concept of, like, you never know when you're fishing, you never know how good the day's going to be. You don't know. It's this idea of like, oh, you see a little green, take it. It's like, you don't know when you're going to have big money. So as long as you're protecting your downside, you ride this shit as long as you can, folks. You ride this shit as long as you can. That's where you want it to be asymmetric. You want those big winners so you can pay off the succession of losers. And then to pay off the losers easier, you want to keep your losses as small as possible. This idea of like, oh, like I see a little green and I have to take it, and then you're taking on massive risk, everyone. It means you have to be right a lot and often and rarely take hits. And some people can do it. I'm not saying it's impossible, because it always comes back to expected value. But like, I don't know. I just don't necessarily think it's the best way for the average trader to be successful. Massive W, take it. Why? Is this a technical level? I'll take it if it's a technical level. I'll take it if there's signs of a reversion. But how do you know this is the extent? If anything, I'm saying we might be dipping to 25,060 today. Like, why would I randomly just get out? Like, so for the people in chat right now who are arguing to get out at this moment, my question is why? Are you saying get out just because you see green dollars? Are you seeing a reversion? Are we at a technical level? Are we at a gamma level? Are we at a psychological level? You have to have some sort of quantifiable reasoning rather than just, oh, I see green on the chart. If the reason is just because you see green on the chart, that is not good. That is definitely not good enough. Slowing price action, whatever. Who said slowing price action is bullish or bearish? It just means it's slowing down. And pull back into moving averages. No, it's not. It's not anywhere close to moving averages. What are you smoking, dude? We are actually extending away from all of the moving averages. We are extending away. What are you talking about pulling back? Dude, I swear. Folks, this is why you need to get into a place that's actual learning about actual trading with actual data. Join me. Let me be your mentor. GooneyTrading.com. This is where you can sign up. This is where you can trade with me. But more important than trading with me, it's where you can get the education from the entire Goonie trading community. There's videos in there. There's a ton in there. There's many, many videos, great community people. You need to trade off of actual data, off of actual statistics. Like, this idea of just randomly like guessing shit, it's just costing you money. It's just costing you money. Doesn't look like we're pulling back into any EMAs, brother. Oh, I just got... No way am I already getting my fill on my options trade. I just got a partial fill. No fucking way. All right, I got 6 out of 20 already filled. Come on, come on. Wow, I've only been in this trade. I got into the trade at 10... Wait, is this the one? Yeah, I got into this trade at 10.12. I just got a partial fill on 6 of the 20, and I'm about to get the rest. Boom! You just saw it live right there. I got into the trade at 10.12, out at 10.40. So I'm in the trade for 28 minutes. Just made $1,314 after fees. So that's obviously the options account. And actually, I need to update this and let the Discord know. I need to let the Discord know. So this is actually the best advertisement for the Discord I can possibly do, because literally it's done in real time. I'm showing it to you. Discord. Pick trades right here. I try to do it as quickly in real time as I can. Profits locked. Profits locked plus 1,400 before fees. Obviously 1,314 after fees, and there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Done. Done. It's that simple. Obviously, I have a runner of a shitload of money over here as well. I do want to take my money at 60 though. And why 60? Like, what am I seeing there? It's just this low from yesterday. Okay. If anything, I should probably front run it a little bit, maybe at like 65. Here, we're going to front run it a little bit for everyone who's screaming at me to take profits. All right. There you go. There's my little front running for you. All I can tell you is I've already made... Why is my realized P&L changing? That doesn't make sense. All right. So no matter what, I'm making $1,000 on the day. And maybe, just maybe, I'll make like 3,500 or whatever that is. Matt, how can we fix the green syndrome? treat your trading like you're a scientist. Measure all the inputs, measure all the outputs, and you're going to realize very quickly what's working and what's not working. It's hard to deny the actual data. I just find that too many retail traders are honestly too lazy to do the appropriate work. And when I say too lazy, I literally just mean what are your inputs? What are your outputs? Why did you trade? Write that down, document it, and before you know it, you're going to quickly see your areas of success and your areas of failure. But if your vibe is just like, yeah, I was feeling bullish, I was feeling bearish, and you had no like empirical evidence, if you're just like, yeah, I had a vibe, how can you measure that? How do you know which vibes are good vibes and which vibes are bad vibes? Like, you're making it very difficult for yourself by not doing some of the most basic things. The basic things are come up with a trading strategy. When I say come up with a trading strategy, I mean make it well defined. Maybe your strategy is, hey, Matt, I go long at 9:30 and I sell at 4 p.m. Great. You have a clear-cut entry, you have a clear-cut exit, and then we test it to see if it's actually profitable. Maybe you trade the 30-minute Orbo. You say, hey, Matt, I wait for 9:30 to 10. I take the breakout trade. I take the breakdown trade. I go for 20 points on NQ for $400, and I risk 50. Okay, maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. But at least you're getting into the realm of having an actual trading strategy. Most people don't have an actual trading strategy. They gamble. They have vibes. And whatever, I can't really chastise you because I do that sometimes. Literally, my trade yesterday, how much did I make on that trade? I had a vibes trade yesterday, and it's not good. Like, once in a while, you can make a bad decision and get paid. This trade right here, yeah, I made 2K yesterday. What did I do? I sold premium at noon, and I bought it back at 3-hour trade. I sold at 180, bought it back at 80. I had 20 of them, so I made 2K. But just to drive home this point, it wasn't a good trade. It wasn't a good decision. Right here, vibe trade, no clear strategy. It was a gamble, and sometimes gambles pay. Like it does happen. So just because you're making money, you can't say ha ha ha, what I'm doing is right. And just because you're losing money, you can't necessarily argue that what you're doing is wrong. If you're losing money consistently, yeah, that's a fair argument. If you're making money consistently, yeah, that's a fair argument. But looking at like a singular data point, like it's just a singular data point doesn't tell you anything about active trading because there's a lot of variance in this game. The best analogy I could come up with for my poker players, if you're playing Texas Hold'em, you can lose when you're dealt pocket aces. You can win when you're dealt 2-7 offsuit. But that doesn't mean you should play 2-7 offsuit just because you can win. It's still degenerate. And that doesn't mean that you should go all in on aces because you could still lose. So just because you have the best setups does not guarantee winning. Just because you have the worst setups does not guarantee losing. And even this, like if you notice in chat, like think about this in more of like a meta, like community way. Think about how many times in here that I've live streamed to you that like when I have a losing trade and it's still a good decision, like I'm trading with trend, my risk is in control, like literally the trades this morning. The trades this morning were good trades, but they didn't make me money. But why were they good trades? I was trading with trend and my risk was in control. Unfortunately, the risk got hit before the profit got hit, but they were still good trades. And yet, even though it was a good trading decision, there was people in chat saying, like, you fucking suck. Like, you suck. Why are you doing it? Why would you take that? Like, ha, 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 I knew. And then there were other people on the flip side, like that was a good, I guess, losing trade. There are times where I do degenerate stuff and it just pays. And then people are like, man, that's such a good trade. It's like, no, there was an aspect of luck to it. And I think that's a very hard thing to internalize, is that you could do the wrong thing and make money. You could do the right thing and lose money. That's a hard thing to wrap our heads around, because in most aspects of life, if you continually do the right thing, you continually get whatever the reward. If you continually do the wrong thing, well, okay, you fuck it up and you get whatever the punishment is. And there is something about trading and gambling and this type of risk reward where there's a lot of variance and a lot of unknowns that it doesn't necessarily play out that way. And I think that's hard for the human brain to wrap our heads around. Like, I think we are very, very bad at accepting that reality, that you could do the right thing and lose money, or you could do the wrong thing and make money. And the best way that I rationalize it is you have to trust in the process in the long term. Similar to going to the gym. if you go to the gym and you crush the gym and you come back and you're like, why am I not buff? Why am I not losing weight? Why did my bench not double? If you're measuring it in that short term, you're not going to see anything. However, if you fast forward 100 days of consistently going to the gym, crushing the stair stepper, proper dieting, that's where you're going to see the difference. Same thing in trading. One good trading individual trade or session, it's not going to be the end all be all. However, if you trade doing exactly what you should be doing, 3 months later, you could be making a shitload of money. And you might be like, yeah, man, I get that in the gym, but I don't necessarily get that in trading. Folks, Apex accounts to making $1 million. This isn't me just talking, trying to give you some motivational bullshit of like, think about it, lock in, and fucking grind it out. No, folks, this is a living proof. We are at the final paragraph of the final chapter of Apex right now. October 21st to February 3rd, $1 million. It is possible. You just have to do the right shit day in and day out. And unfortunately, a lot of the times, the right shit is boring. That's another thing before anyone gives me $1 and signs up for the Goonie Trading Discord, let me explain that if you're coming in there and you think it's like a high-flying thing and we're fucking ripping it every single day, no, a lot of the times trading is doing nothing. I would actually say a majority of the time in there, it's a lot of conversation about how there's just no trade setup. I'm already done trading for the day. So if you're signing up for the Goonie Trading Discord, thinking that you're watching me slinging positions all the time, every single minute, up and down, it's not true. I try to be in there as much as I can to answer questions and talk about why nothing is happening. But the real truth to trading is a lot of the times you're not fucking doing anything. So please do not sign up for this. If you think, oh my God, on the 1 minute chart, on the 30-second chart, I'm going long, I'm going short, I'm in it. It's actually relatively calm. A lot of the times it's actually doing nothing. But once again, why is that? It's because it's that behavior that leads to the success in trading. Over trading does not lead to success. I don't think you could find a singular profitable trader on this planet who says, oh, once I started over trading, that's when I really started making money. In fact, from every profitable trader I know or I've studied or I've learned about, it's actually the opposite argument. It's, oh no, I sized down and I stopped trading as much, and that's where I started to find success. That's where I started to make money. So please don't sign up if you're coming in thinking that I'm just in there trading 24/7. Like I said, I try to be in there for many, many hours, but a lot of the hours are just like literally sitting around waiting for a trade, waiting for a position. So I don't want you to sign up with that expectation, because you're just going to get pissed off at me. Like, I just want you to know from the onset that a lot of the times, like a day like today, after the show, which we're almost done here, I'll wrap up this trade right here. I'm up a decent amount. Actually, I'm going to move my risk all the way down to that pop right there. No matter what, I'm guaranteeing 1.9K. I've already locked 900 in. So it's guaranteeing just under 3K. I'll talk about this trade. We'll talk about the trade of the day. We'll talk about what I saw. We'll review some of the option stuff. But I'm not doing another trade. I'm more than happy to dive into your trades and talk about like what you're seeing and what you're not seeing. But if you're signing up thinking that I'm doing degenerate shit day in and day out, you're just going to get upset. You're just going to be pissed off at me. I'm more in the Discord trying to teach about trades like this. This is done. Great. I made 1.4K. That's more than I used to make in like a week of work. That's done. I don't need to push it. Over here, about 3K per account, 12 accounts. That's really, really good money. $36,000. Why do I need to push it past that? So it's more of like a lot of review and getting into the stats and talking about fucking apparently Epstein Island, because there was a crazy testimony yesterday. It's not the degenerate thing that some of the recent people have been like hoping it is. It's a lot more didactic. It's a lot more educational, and it's a lot more of, hey, if you have a question, I'm in there. It's like it's a whole midday session of like extended office hours is the best way to explain it, and getting into the education and the actual stats and that type of a thing. If I join the Discord and don't see 20 plus trades a day, I'm going to crash out and get you server banned. I understand. An honest day trader on YouTube, there's many dishonest ones, and unfortunately a lot of them get a lot of views, and they just sucker people into it. They just sucker people into it. They just sucker people into it. It kind of does blow my mind that just like no one asks them for success. Like I've literally streamed this every day. I give daily updates. I show all my trades when I enter, when I exit. And then there's other people who you guys know, other day streamers, like they're full of shit. In fact, in terms of streamers, the list is probably easier in terms of who I think might actually be honest. Boom, locked it in real time in front of all of you. Every single trade today. Every single one locked in. Let's play a fun game. Who do you think is honest streamers out there? Like in terms of people who like stream their accounts and day trade in front of you, who do you think is actually honest and who do you think is like not lying to you? One I can think of that I think is honest is Rips. I think he streams from Vegas, but he shows his broker statements. He shows his trades. He talks about it. He has a different style than me, but I do actually believe he is honest. Trades by Matt, I haven't watched his content. I know who he is, but I've seen more of his videos than his streams. But based on his videos, I think he would be real. But like I said, I'm judging off his videos and just his vibe and from that. But like, I mean, I've actually seen Rips' stream and I'm like, okay, he's doing it real time. Ricky Gutierrez, I have actually heard the exact opposite. You're saying he's legit. I've actually seen evidence that he's not. But that was a while ago. I didn't know he's still in it. Stockmo. Patrick Whelan, come on. Rocket Scooter, obviously not. So we agree on Rips. We agree on trades by Matt. Wrench Capital, for sure. Matt Strats. If only that kid would come back. If only that guy. Me, Kevin doesn't stream. God Pill? Dude, that's a callback right there. Is that it? Are those the only 3 honest streamers? Like Oh, Nutty. Yeah, of course. Nutty. Okay, so we have Nutty. We have Rips. We have Trades by Matt. We have Wrench Capital. Is that it? We're running out of people. Who the fuck is FSP? Who is FSP? ICT? Dude, he's one of the biggest fucking scammers in the entire industry. Trades. Yeah. Who Flow Future Scalper Pro? I don't know who that is. I mean, maybe he is. I'm not. I literally just don't know who that is. So maybe he's amazing. Maybe he's not. What's your take on AMC? I think it's going straight to bankruptcy. I think it's just taking time, but I've been calling that out ever since 2022, 2023, that it is very, very rapidly running towards bankruptcy. Very, very rapidly. Tori Trades, wasn't she exposed for using her uncle's account or something? A lot of these people that you're listing have already been exposed. Tori Trades was exposed. Patrick Whelan was exposed. Rocket Scooter was exposed. Tori exposed. Like just give it a quick search and there's like just videos breaking down how all these people are doing some pretty sus stuff. I don't know who Invest with Henry is. I got disconnected. Now do I need to reconnect? They don't live stream, but it is really hard to, I guess, like, I think the evidence of the payouts of Jade Cap and Trader Kane are pretty evident as well. I have no idea who Clay Trader is, but literally Jade Cap and Trader Kane both got a payout over $2 million. So they're not live streamers, and I guess the question was for live streamers, but they clearly got $2 million. They're not going to get paid out if it's bullshit. Do you have a special for joining the Discord right now? Yeah, the special is us, the community. He doesn't stream. Yeah, like the question was specifically streaming. Lanto doesn't stream. I'm talking about streamers, not people who like are posting their updates later. Trader Live TV, they just scalp penny stocks. I don't think they post their brokerage statements or anything like that. How about Nor Trades? Oddly enough, I just heard of Nor Trades for the first time yesterday, but once again, I don't think they stream. Who is a lot of it's interesting. I guess I kind of like these questions because you guys are bringing up people I've never heard of, so I kind of want to look into them. K streams in his Discord, yeah, but that's not like a public free thing. I mean, we could all do something behind a paywall and say how amazing we are. But once again, like clearly he is good. He's gotten a $2.4 million payout. That's double the payout that I'm going for. Did you mention 6920 as a level? I 100% did. Where are we at? Well, now 6900. Yeah, right. Yeah, so we broke that gamma level, and now we're going to the next one, 6900, and there's actually a bigger one at 6885. What signals do you check for that now NQ is lower than yesterday's low? Yeah, you just go to another pivot low. You check the levels on SPX. You watch the flow. I look at the Nasdaq's getting destroyed. The Mag 7's getting destroyed right here. You always check here. Well, for me, my checklist is what is momentum, what is structure, what are technical highs and lows, what is options flow. Desi Trades. His name is Vincent. He got like an 800K payout. Sounds pretty good to me. Once again, I don't think he's a streamer. I feel like the question is getting expanded to just anyone who's in the... mine was specifically for streaming, but... I know Rips is very transparent. I know Wrench Capital is very transparent. You guys are saying Trades by Matt is very transparent. I haven't seen his streams, but I have seen his videos, and he does seem to be transparent. I guess we're trying to bracket the question to streamers. He does stream. Who does stream? Vincent streams. Clay. No, Clay Trader might be dope. I'm just saying I don't know of him. Like, he might be amazing for all I know. I can't really comment on someone I don't know and have never seen their content. Vincent, he streams? I didn't know. I mean, I saw the payout information on Twitter. I didn't know he streams. It sounds like he doesn't get enough love then. He trades live in his Discord. Once again, we're not counting that because that's like it's not free and accessible. It's a premium thing. And it, like before with like Lanto, like you guys are pointing out people who are successful, and I'm not denying their success, but I'm saying like you're streaming it. That's not streaming it if it's in your own Discord. I hope you do a video on you getting $1 million payout, dude. I mean, I'll do a video. I just hope, like, I don't know why, but recently my anxiety has been spiking about the whole situation. For a while there, I was pretty comfortable because I was like, oh, I didn't break any rules. Like, what is going on? But now it's just taking forever, dude. It's just painful waiting for the whole thing to be decided. I thought it would be a little bit quicker. It's been about a week now. So FSP is live. Yeah, might be amazing. I'm not shitting on any of these people. If I just don't know them, I don't know them. I can't comment on them. I can't say they're good or bad if I just don't know who they are. There are people, obviously, that I know that are clearly not good and are scammers, and I let you know my thoughts on that. And generally, you can even see me fighting on Twitter with them. But for the ones I just don't know, I just don't know. I get disconnected 3 times already. From what? Trading Fraternity? I do know who Trading Fraternity is. That's like an OG streaming channel. He's been like one of the longest in the game. All right, we're getting crushed here. The obvious watch is this bounce off of 6,900. We're at a key level right now, as people in chat are rightfully pointing out. We're at key levels of support. We're at psychological levels. This is a key zone. Maybe you can see it a little bit better here, but when I zoom out, support, previous, like this is, we're at 25,000 flat on NQ. We're at 6,900 flat on SPX. From here, don't be absurdly confident in the breakdown or bounce. Just watch. Just say, oh, okay, are we breaking down? Play it. Oh, are we bouncing? Play it. This idea of predicting which way we are going is how you're going to lose money in the long run. The way you're going to make money in the long run is reacting appropriately, keeping your risk small, riding it as long as you can, getting your stop to break even. I know some people in the Twitter sphere say you should never move your stop to break even. And hey, if they are net profitable, not moving their stop to break even, hats off to them. But I'm letting you know from my personal experience trading, I do far better when I'm aggressively getting my stop to break even, taking all risk off the table. So I'm not saying that my trading system and framework is the end all be all. I'm literally here just to let you know what has worked for me. Maybe it works for you. I hope it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, obviously, I hope you find your strategy and your style. There's not a way, I suppose, that's like the one way to trade. That just doesn't exist. I'm getting an alert on Palantir. Oh, a breakdown on Palantir. Lower highs, lower lows, dead cat bounce. It breaks. There was a good short at 137.60. Your risk was 147. We're testing that low. It's also the low from July. Your next stop is 120. And after that, you're talking about maybe 105, maybe 100. So if this doesn't quickly bounce here, if this isn't a double bottom, you're looking at 120 as the next level. What eval number are you on? I don't know, because I have many accounts. So, I mean, I've bought thousands of evals across all the firms. I mean, I've been doing this since 2023. And for like 8 months there, I was just letting you guys, like, there was a whole period in 2024 where I was trading like 20, 30 accounts, and it was YouTube versus Rumble chat, where I'd go long on some, short on the other, or both long, and we would do chat challenges. So when you do that at like a lot of eval size, it gets degenerate pretty quickly. And to be honest, we had to pull back on that because you guys were starting to very quickly cost me a lot of money. But across all firms, I mean, I've used Apex, I've used FFN, I've used Tradeify, I've used Loose. I mean, across all of them, thousands of evals. But I'm not necessarily saying that that's appropriate for all traders. Like, a certain aspect of it is for stream. A certain aspect of it is for content. I don't think I would necessarily go do that in my own funded account. And obviously, in the recent push with Apex, I wasn't doing chat trades. I was doing my own trades. But every once in a while, it is fun. Like, that's what we're doing with Vanquish right now. Like, there is an aspect of like content and entertainment. And I really enjoyed it. And actually, there were a couple times that both YouTube and Rumble did get me payouts. But in the net situation, there was hundreds and hundreds of accounts blown. And it was definitely a net negative effort. But it was fun. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I have some monk-like discipline that never does degenerate shit. Yeah, every so often, I really like doing degenerate shit, and I like doing it with you guys. So I'm not saying that's not necessarily going to be representative of how your trading career is going to go, unless you also happen to be a streamer and you let your chat trade for you. Then it might be a little bit different, I suppose. Might be a little bit different. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. Lots of money locked in today. I think I made 1.4K before fees, $1,314 after fees on that trade. Obviously, the options accounts, you could do the math, but I made 3.8K on... Oh, I think all the Lucid accounts are also there. What's the math on this? Someone do the math. What's 3.8 times 12? Before I let you go, just to talk about honesty and whatnot. 3,800 times 12, $45,000 locked in right there, and then plus an extra $75. If you're gonna support me or hate me, please don't forget that extra 25, 25, and 25. It is very important to me. But anyway, 45K locked in on futures. Over here, 1.4K locked in. And then I believe I did it also on the public account. I did, locked in another 2.2K doing the same trade on my other account. So about 3.5-ish on options, 45 on futures. Obviously, slightly different dynamics. So if you want to trade futures yourself, Apex 80% off, great deal. Use that code GONI. FFN is actually running the best deal right now, 50% off and buy one get one. So really, you're getting like 2 accounts for 50% off. And if you can only do that once, like you can only have one freebie account. So if you're just looking for 2 accounts, that's your best option. And obviously, if you want more, you can go up to 10 there. But what I like about Apex is you could go up to 20. I do use both. Here's the proof of it. There's my FFN accounts. FFN. I use those. I'm using Lucid. I'm using Take Profit. Obviously, I have Apex as well. I just happen to be frozen out at the moment on those. I'm just not allowed to trade them. So code Goonie is going to get you the best deal. And also, most importantly, if you want to trade with me, GoonieTrading.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, technical issues, reach out to me. Hit the contact button. It comes directly to me. I will personally be responding. I put in a huge effort to respond to everyone within 12 hours. And most of the time, it never exceeds 24 hours. So if you need questions, comments, or concerns, right there, this is how you get in. And I don't know how else to prove it to you besides the fact that I'm trading live in front of all of you. Is the code Goonie only given half off and no free reset? No, there's a free reset on that one. But remember, Vanquish is for options, while something like Apex or FFN is for futures. Obviously, we are trading both. But any hoozles, that's what I have for you today. I'm so stoked because after 2 shitty... So Friday and Monday of last week were the easiest trading days ever, at least how I view the market. Then Tuesday and Wednesday sucked. And then finally, we're back to an easy day. So I was getting, as much as I loved Friday and Monday, then I was getting completely whipsawed Tuesday and yesterday. And finally, we're back to an easy day. So really stoked about that I don't have to contest with a third day of absolute bullshit. It's always great being done by 11. So that's it. I'm hanging up my cleats for the day. We're going to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the final stream from this apartment. We're wrapping her up, we're boxing it up, and we're moving her on out. So as early as Tuesday of next week, the market's closed on Monday for President's Day, Washington's birthday, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We are going to be in a new one, a new location. It might take me a week or 2 to get all this stuff. It's a lot more space, so we can do a lot more cool things with the studio. So right now, my Amazon cart is maxed out. We're buying a bunch of shit, but your boy is moving. So something to look forward to next week. A busy weekend for your boy, taking advantage of the extended weekend just to get ideally everything moved in. But I appreciate all the good vibes. I hope you guys are crushing it on the Goonie trading side. We had a good day. I hope you're making even more money. I'll catch you in the update video tonight, and then we're going to be streaming once again tomorrow for Payday Friday. Once again, thank you for all the good vibes. Peace.